Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're just going to be covering finding money for college or career school and just going over the basics of financial aid and the FAFSA process. And FAFSA is just short for the free application for federal student aid. So what exactly is financial aid? Financial aid is money that lets you pay for college or career school. It can be in the form of grants, work study, loans, scholarships. If you want some different information about this, you can go to studentaid.gov and they have all the types listed. And just be aware that if you would like a copy of the slideshow so that you can get to all these links at the end of the presentation, I will have my contact information. And if you email me, I'll be more than happy to email you the whole slideshows so that you can click on all the links. All right. What are the eligibility requirements for federal student aid? You have to be a U.S. citizen, national, or an eligible non-citizen. You need to also have a high school diploma or its equivalency. You need to be working towards an eligible degree or certificate program in college or career school. You have to have a valid Social Security number. Males must be registered for selective service, and you must make satisfactory academic progress in your college or career school. So that means that you're completing classes that you're signing up for and that your grades are staying pretty decent. And again, here's a link to some more information about that. And if you would like a copy of all these links, please email me. My email address will be available at the end. All right, eligibility for other kinds of financial aid. In addition to federal aid, there's states, colleges have their own, and private scholarships all have different eligibility criteria. You will have to kind of review each thing separately and individually to see what you need to do to qualify. And again, here's a link for some different scholarships that you may be eligible for. How much federal aid can I get? Again, federal aid isn't the only source of aid that you can get for school, but it is usually your first stop in finding out what you can get for college. And in general, it's going to depend on your financial need. And financial need is determined by taking your expected family contribution and then the cost of attendance, and the EFC, which is your expected family contribution. They get that from what you fill out on your FAFSA form. The cost of attendance includes tuition, fees, room, board, transportation, etc. So if you take what it costs to attend the school you are selecting, if you take away the expected family contribution, you're going to see what your financial need is, and that is where your federal aid and other forms of aid are going to come in. All right. So maximum amounts for the major programs for the upcoming 21-22 school year. Federal Pell Grant. This hasn't been determined yet, but for the previous years, the max was $6,345. Work studies depends on what is available at your particular school. For direct, subsidized, and unsubsidized loans, it's $5,500 total. And then the direct plus loans, and these are for parents, you can get as much as the cost of attendance minus any other aid received. So anything left over, parents could apply for that plus loan. Again, there's a link to some other programs. For an early estimate, okay, before you even fill out your FAFSA, you can do that FAFSA forecaster. And there's a link thinking about college. You're going to enter some basic financial information. You can provide your best guess or estimate there. And that's going to give you an estimate of what your expected family contribution is and how much aid you could possibly get. All right, how much state, school, and private scholarship money can you get? This depends on the program. Okay, there are people that are willing to do research and apply for all different types of things. And you can cover pretty much the cost of your school if you meet all the eligibility requirements. There's also state aid. If you go to the New Jersey Higher Education Student Assistance Authority, or HESA, you can look at some different state options. You can also ask college financial aid offices for information about what's available at that particular school. And there's also a free scholarship search here at studentaid.gov, which talks about different scholarships, and you can kind of search based on different criteria or different things that may interest you. Okay. Now, this is how you actually apply for the aid. So we kind of discussed what aid was and how much you could get. First thing you want to do is visit FSA.gov, and that's going to be where that free application is. So once you fill that out, and there's a lot of tutorials and things to help you out if you're not sure what information you need or how to fill something out, there is a lot of assistance while you're filling that out. State aid, you answer the state questions on the FAFSA and sign up for New Jersey Financial Aid Management Systems, New Jersey FAMS, and you can do that on the HESA website. For school aid, you contact the financial aid offices at schools you are considering. And for any scholarship, you want to visit the scholarship website or get a hold of whoever the contact is for that. So you can get that information, because especially with scholarships, there's a lot of times a lot of things that you have to, criteria you have to meet in order to be eligible. So you want to make sure before you do all that work in applying for it that you actually are eligible to get that type of scholarship. All right, so how do you do it? So you go into your FAFSA.gov, and you're going to create a username and a password. And it's called your Federal Student Aid ID, or your FSA ID. And you can click on that link, or again, if you're at FAFSA, you can go to the link to create this ID. You and your parents will have to create different ones. You can't share one, so whoever is filling out the financial portion for your FAFSA for your parents, they're going to need to create an ID, and you're going to need to create your own. If you provide an email address when you're creating it, it must be a unique email address. So you and your parent cannot use the same email address. You'll have to get separate ones. And please, again, just like with any other ID and password thing, it's best not to share it with anyone. 2, you're going to gather the documents and information you need to apply. The FAFSA is going to be asking for a lot of information about finances. You're going to need things like tax returns. You might, maybe not a bank statement, but you will need to know things about assets, bank account information. If you want some assistance with that, these links provide you nice little checklist of what you're going to need. And again, here are some videos and webinars at the second site. All right, 3, fill out that FAFSA.gov. The opening for each new year starts on October 1st, but you want to try to get it done as early as you can. The state deadlines, you can find them at FAFSA.gov, and school deadlines, you can find them listed on the individual school's website. Sorry. And you're going to use your Federal Student Aid ID to start the application. If you need help, they have an actual 1-800 number for you to call. And it also says, don't forget to watch for the confirmation page that says your FAFSA form has been submitted, then log out. So make sure that you've actually submitted it, not saved it. You want to make sure that it's actually being sent in so that they can process that and get you ready to go for school. All right. So then you're going to watch for a response by email or mail, and that'll confirm that it was processed. And then you will double check your info, just log in, make sure that everything you put in is what they considered when they were calculating the expected family contribution. If you need to make any corrections, please do that. And don't update info that was correct on the day you sign your FAFSA form. So if you acquired an asset or came into a lot of money, what's on your FAFSA form, if it was true the day you signed it, then you're good. Watch for emails or letters from the schools you are considering. So once you have confirmed that you've set on your FAFSA, they're going to ask you to pick different schools that you want your financial aid information sent to, and watch for them. And they may require additional paperwork, and they may have different deadlines for when things need to be handed in. So you want to make sure that you're meeting the federal guidelines and also the guidelines for your school. Okay, so what happens next? You filled out your FAFSA, you've thought about what schools you would like to attend, you've heard back from them, you've applied for aid and scholarships. So what you want to do is evaluate each school's aid offers. Once you decide which school to attend, keep in touch with the financial aid office to find out when and how you will get your aid. All right, so you're going to have some schools that may be able to offer you more depending on what scholarships or programs they have available. So you're going to want to look at each one and kind of weigh the pros and cons of all of them. Where can I get more information? You can get it at studentaid.gov. This has the scholarship search. You can call that 1-800 number for the federal student aid, or you can email them at studentaid.ed.gov. FSA, which is the New Jersey College and Financial Aid organization. They have all kinds of things on their website, and they may have some additional aid available in addition to the federal. And if you have any questions, you may contact me. Again, my name is Amy McClune. My phone number 856-351-2609, or you can email me. And I am the academic and career counselor for Salem County Gear Up and the College Bound program. Again, if you have any questions or need any assistance, please reach out and I'll be more than happy to help you.